Let's head back into the traffic. Tricky customers, long hours and constant traffic hassles make driving a bus in our bigger cities a tough old way to make a living. But many drivers say the job is made even harder by timetables that are almost impossible to stick to. In fact, they say the problem is so bad that it's forcing them to break the law just to be on time. As it Tristram Clayton went to find out.
Catching a bus can be a hit or miss experience. Sometimes they're on time, sometimes they're not. Drivers can be courteous or hideous. Then there are the stories of wild driving and red light running. But behind every speeding bus, there's a timetable.
If people ran their routes at 50 kilometres an hour, they wouldn't have a hope in hell of running on time. They wouldn't even do it. They'd be more than half an hour late by the end of the day, and some of them an hour.
The man in the blue jacket is an Auckland bus driver. He doesn't want to show his face because he's worried that what he's got to tell us could see him lose his job.
If they can get drivers to drive like maniacs and keep the running times down, they pay less wages, and so they make more money.
The driver shows us dozens of routes which he says are almost impossible to complete on time without breaking the speed limit. There's the downtown to New Lynn route. Drivers are given an hour to complete that one, and that's at rush hour. Newmarket to St Heliers might not sound too far, but try doing it using back roads with passengers in half an hour. Or what about downtown to Glen Innes in 30 minutes at rush hour? To see how tight those schedules really are, we decided to drive one ourselves. It's 10 minutes past 11 and we're at the terminus for the link route. We're about to head off, follow the normal route for the buses, and we're going to see how long it takes.
Going fast is stressful. You're sitting at the traffic lights and your stomach's churning, basically. You just want that light to change. I've gone through that orange light so many times. And it's a game of seconds, bus driving. It shouldn't be.
And here we are back at the beginning. It's taken us exactly an hour. Now that was with very light traffic and not obviously stopping to pick anybody up. So how long do drivers get to do it? In the evenings, just 45 minutes.
All bus drivers go flat out, run red lights because they really can't run their routes at the legal speed limit.
So you're saying they're forced to push the speed limit?
They have to drive like maniacs to run on time, basically.
Safety is the ultimate priority in our business, but at no point do we condone, encourage or support speeding or running red lights.
Do you accept that it's happening?
No, I don't.
Bruce Empson is the CEO of New Zealand Bus, the company that runs 70% of Auckland's bus services. He says roadworks in downtown Auckland have affected some schedules, but says timetables are constantly monitored and driver feedback is encouraged.
It has to be most unfortunate that the driver felt he had to come to the media to raise this issue. We have tried and true structures and processes in our business where a driver can raise any of these concerns, particularly around safety.
Drivers don't want to rock the boat, basically. There's a lot of guys in there with families, they can't afford to lose their jobs.
I encourage that driver to approach me personally, without fear of sanction or any other retribution, to have the conversation.
Because they just don't want to stand out, they just want to do as they're told.
Bus drivers and New Zealand Bus have been involved in tense pay negotiations this month, but our whistleblower says that's not why he's come to the media. He says this is a matter of public safety that stands quite apart from the pay talks.
Well, someone's going to get killed. There's absolutely no question about it. There are accidents every single day. When you're rushing everything, you're going to miss something somewhere along the line. And one day, it's going to be a person lying under your bus.